Then, now, forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are live here in Boston, Massachusetts. We are here inside of the TD Garden, and this is going to be a very, very special night, guys. Not only that, we have a blockbuster of a main event, as it's going to be CM Punk taking on one-on-one against AJ Styles, and the winner goes on to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre next week in New York City in Madison Square Garden. But ladies and gentlemen, not only that, here it goes right here, guys. CM Punk, AJ Styles, who will be the winner here tonight, and who will go one-on-one for the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre next week in New York City. But ladies and gentlemen, the time has come, and it is now time for the greatest of all time, the legend, John Cena. And here he comes, guys. You hear the ovation for John Cena, as he is one of the greatest to ever do it, and he knows how to get the crowd on their feet. John Cena and Gunther is expected to go one-on-one at Saturday night's main event for the Intercontinental Championship, as Gunther has been chasing down John Cena for almost well over one whole year. John Cena doing his memorable run down to the ring. We never get tired of seeing that, as John Cena comes home here tonight here in the TD Garden here for Monday Night Raw, guys. It's always so good to see John Cena when he steps back onto our TV screens and right here in front of us. John Cena, a multiple-time DWC World Heavyweight Champion. so glad to finally be here. You know, I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. I really do. And nothing will ever take away of me seeing that this is my home. And I truly thank the DWC universe. This has been my home for almost 16 years. I have been rocking with DWC since SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I am one of the originals here in DWC. And I see all the great new talent that's coming through day in and day out and them doing their thing. And I love to see it. And I want to keep seeing them keep fighting. And I want to see the young talent keep pushing through and keep going and keep going and keep going. Because that was what we fought for, to help build the future for this business. And despite of all the trials and tribulations that I've went through throughout my career, I never apologized for it because it would never make me who I am today. And I would never held the beautiful championships that I held throughout my career and been all over the world to entertain for you guys. So with that being said, I thank you. And doing this for so many years, it gives you an excitement and it gives you a thrill that in your mind you can't take away from yourself, and you want to keep pushing through and pushing through. But you also know that it always can't last forever. So one day, the last time will be now for John Cena. And I sooner or later will have to move on to my next chapter in life. But for right now, this is where we at right now. And I know a lot of people still want matches against me. I know people still want to wrestle me. People calling me out. Just like Gunther. Gunther been calling me out for a challenge for almost a year now. And just in inconvenient times, it just couldn't happen. I was supposed to get a match with him in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel for the first ever Saudi Arabia event, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. So now we got a next event coming up, Saturday's night main event on December the 13th. And Gunther challenged me yet again. And with that being, I respectfully decided that I will take him up on his challenge. Gunther is a generational talent. And I'm not going to hold that from him. Gunther is definitely a one in a million in a generation talent. And he's proven that time and time again, especially right now as the Intercontinental Champion. And he's showing why he is one of the most dominant Intercontinental Champions of all time. Now, with that being said, I've never, throughout my whole 16-year career here at DWC, I've never held that championship. But sometimes there's always time for a change. And right now, I'm stating my claim that at Saturday's night main event, I will become the Intercontinental Champion for the first time in John Cena's career. Because I'm not done yet. And I'm keep on pushing, I'm gonna keep going. And Gunther, if this is a fight that you want, this is a fight that you're gonna get. And I hope you bring everything to the table, and I hope you bring everything in the fiber of your being. Because when you stand face to face to me for the first time ever, I want to look you dead in your eyes, and I want to tell you that you are the future of this business. So you better make sure when you step up to me you better make sure you bring everything to the table. Because even if you don't, I will embarrass you and I will make you look like you never should have been here. While I'm standing over you as the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. And Gunther wanna constantly call me out and put me down. I'm not worried about that. I'm past the name calling. If it's a fight that you want, it's a fight that you are gonna get. So Gunther, I'll see you at Saturday's night main event. And may the best man win. And you better bring everything. John, I am sorry for the interruption, but I wanted to come out here before you left. I'm glad that you accept my challenge for Saturday's night main event. You stated earlier that I am the future of this business. And John, coming from you, that means a lot to me. It does. And not only that, when I'm going to become even better than you. I am going to win way more titles than you. I'm going to do way more than you. So John, what you see is a generation of talent. The new versus the old, washed up. And when I put my Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship on the line, you will not take my title. Because before you even blink, John, you already been tapped out. Well, Gunther, thank you for being here. You was really much uninvited, but thank you for joining me. You had some key points. But I don't think you really scratched the surface on too many of them. Now, when you said that you were going to be better than me, it's going to take 16 years to get there. And I don't think that's going to happen for you. Now, I will say you are very, very cocky. And I think you might want to lose that a little bit in that term, because cocky superstars, they don't last too long, or they just don't make it to where they think they're going to make it. Now, Gunther, like I said, you are a generational talent, and you are one of the best that's going here today, and we've never seen anything like you in a long time. But now, you're stepping up against one of the best that this company has ever seen. And I just hope that when you step in front of me and you are face to face for the first time for that Intercontinental Championship, I hope that you bring everything that you fought for to get to that Intercontinental Championship and put it all on the line at Saturday's Night Main Event. John, see, there you go. You're always overcomplicating yourself. Now, you want me to bring everything that I have to Saturday's Night Main Event. John, I am the ring general. The ring general. Do you really understand who you're talking to right now or who you're dealing with? John, I will squash you. And at Saturday's Night Main Event, no one is not even going to remember your name. Because when I'm done with you, no one's definitely not going to see you. And it's not going to be some silly little catchphrase. And John, I am the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time and the greatest DWC superstar this company has ever seen. Gunther, congratulations on being the Intercontinental Champion. I just hope that on December the 13th at Saturday's Night Main Event, you keep that same energy. I'll see you at Saturday's Night Main Event. Well, John Cena and Gunther, they are set for December the 13th for the Intercontinental Championship at Saturday's Night Main Event. These two finally meeting once again head-to-head. John Cena and Gunther, once-in-a-lifetime match between these two. Gunther is making it known to John Cena that this is John Cena's last and only chance. But Gunther has a lot to put on the line as well, as he has to state his ground and show why he is the future of this business, just like John Cena said, as both men has a lot to offer on the line. John Cena is definitely one of the greatest superstars of all time here in DWC, and John Cena is loved by all of us here, and we would never ever stop missing John Cena. We love when he comes around to town. Well, Monday Night Raw continues here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because still to come tonight for our main event, as CM Punk will get an opportunity of a lifetime, as him and the phenomenal one AJ Styles will go one-on-one, and the winner of that match will get an opportunity against Drew McIntyre next week inside of the Garden. For Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw continues, but here comes Natalya. Natalya, also known as the GOAT, the best of all time, the greatest to ever do it. Natalya is definitely, whoa. Is that Roxanne? Roxanne just attacked Natalya. We know Roxanne and Natalya went one-on-one last week, and Natalya made Roxanne tap out from the sharpshooter. This was supposed to be a rubber match, but Roxanne just came out with a sneak attack and just clipped her by the ankle. And now she's showboating for it. What is going on here? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the best in the world, CM Punk. Punk, tonight you will go one-on-one with AJ Styles. What are you feeling right now? It's a lot going through me right now. Only thing I can say is tonight, I'm not backing down. And tonight, I didn't come back just to sit on the sidelines. I am CM Punk. I'm the greatest of all time. And there's nobody that's going to stop me from getting what I want. And tonight, I will win that #1 contenders match. So, Drew, I will see your ass in the Garden next week for that World Heavyweight Championship. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a match to go get ready for. All right, thank you, Punk. Guys, we're taking it back down to ringside. And here he comes. Here comes the Luchador, Penta.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Mexico City, weighing 207 pounds, Penta!
Last week, Penta went one-on-one with El Grande Americano, but tonight he got Louis Kaiser one-on-one here tonight. And El Grande Americano wasn't really too settled with that. But tonight, Penta said he's moving past that. And tonight, he's going to take down Louis as best as he can here tonight. Performed in his hometown of Mexico City. It was such a beautiful night last week. Penta was just in awe and amazed that he finally got to perform in front of his hometown for the first time ever. But now here comes Louis Kaiser, former protege to the Intercontinental Champion Gunther. But now we've been seeing Kaiser going on his own, trying to do his own thing, trying to get his own name out there and try to get something going for his own career and not being in the shadows of Gunther. As Gunther told him, no, it's time for you to make a name for yourself while I do my own thing to make a name for myself.
And his opponent from Pemberg, Germany, weighing 209 pounds, Louis Kaiser.
But now, he's on his own, and now there's better things that he have to do to make it to the top. This man has an amazing physique, and he has a bright future ahead of him here in DWC. If he just stays on track, keep doing what he's doing, Kaiser will definitely be there. But tonight, he has a huge ladder to climb going up against Penta here in this match. And not only that, we've seen this match before. So how is this match going to play out this time around? And here we go. Penta going straight in for Louis Kaiser. But Kaiser right there, he quickly gets the upper hand on Penta right there. And Kaiser with a springboard drop kick, but he wasn't close enough to get what he needed to get. And look at Penta, but Kaiser doubled it. He countered it right there from Penta, but Penta fights out. He fights out of it right there. And look at him right there, just got the bear hug right there to Kaiser, as Kaiser is trying his best to fight out of this right here. And look, going for the cover right there, but Penta's coming up right there, and Penta, he's going in forward right there. Can he do it? And no, that was a near fall right there. Wasn't enough right there. And now look at him, got him locked up. Got him locked up right there, guys. And right there, you just saw Kaiser just go straight in right there, with there. And look at him right there, look at Penta. Look at Penta right there. Penta winning for those hooks right there. And he's up top, but Kaiser's back in. He's switching lanes, and he comes down with a jackhammer right there. And now he's going in for the cover right there. An early cover right there. But now Penta has to hold on him. He has to hold on him right there. And Penta setting him up. Oh, and Penta trying to go for that super kick right there. But Kaiser, he counters it, and he takes control of Penta here. And he has him on the shoulders. And he brings him down right there, right to the ropes. And Kaiser just tossed himself right over the ring ropes right there. Kaiser tried to go in for a pinfall, but it wasn't enough, as he is still in. Penta is still in this thing here. And he's got him right there, trying to draw him straight in there. But look at Penta. Wait, hold on, wait. That's El Grande Americano. And he just attacked him from behind. But Raw continues when we come back.
The rules have changed over the years. Danger has remained the same. 10 competitors, 2 rings, 1 cage, no holds barred.
And we're back live here on Monday Night Raw. As you see, El Grande Americano is outside of the ring as he is trying to get in behind of Ludwig. We saw him attack Penta before the break, interfering himself in this match. We know Penta defeating Americano a couple of weeks ago, and he wasn't too fond for that because he's having bad blood over that. Just because of that, he's trying to cost Penta the match here tonight. But Penta is in control right now, and he's bringing Kaiser to his feet. Tossing him in that corner right there, trying to rile the crowd up here. In Boston right there. Uh-oh. And now he's bringing Kaiser back to his feet. And Penta's up. Then he comes down right there with the double knees. Oh my God, a jawbreaker right there. Oh, and a roll up here. 1, 2, and no, that was 2.5 right there. As Penta almost cost himself right there, giving Kaiser the win. But Kaiser now is just angered right there that he didn't get, and he goes in for yet another one. That was a near fall right there from both these two men. Penta is still in this thing, and Kaiser is just giving his dominance right here, showing why he is the next level thing here, and showing Penta that whose house this is, and he was here first. And Penta is not going to take it right there, but the Tallulah bomb right there. And look at El Grande Americana. He's on the top rope right there. You see him, he removed the turnbuckle, but referee John Cone is replacing it back. After removal of him, and you just saw that right there with that power bomb that came from a good cause of distraction from El Grande. And now we cover here. Can he do it? No, no, right there. As Penta is still alive in this thing. But what does Louis got in mind? What does he have in mind here? And Penta's in trouble right there. He's in trouble. King Kaiser catch the win here. And oh my God, that was so close. That was so close. Look, you see the frustration on Kaiser. He thought he had it, but it just wasn't enough as Penta remains in this thing. Kaiser gave it his all right there. That should have been it. But Penta is not easy to put down right there. But a crossbody right there from Kaiser. And he comes down right there from the top rope with that elbow. Going in for that cover. And no, Penta's still in. You still see the frustration right there from Kaiser as he's pulling everything out of the playbook, but is not seeming to help him get this win here tonight. And he's got him up on his shoulders, dropping him down right there to that turnbuckle. Penta got to remain. He's got to continue himself because he's slipping right now. But Kaiser looked like he's setting him up yet again. But Penta right there. Penta counters it, and Penta is back in control. I spoke very soon because Penta, oh my God, and he just throws Penta right on the outside right there. And now both men on the outside of the ring here. And now he's just tossing Penta right across the ringside area. Taking the jabs right to him, but he got to get him back inside the ring. You don't want to get counted out. No man wants that count out. No pinfalls or submissions can happen on the outside of the ring. Kaiser moves his way back inside before the 10 count, but Penta is still outside, and Penta, he makes his way back in the ring beforehand. Uh-oh, what does Kaiser have in mind? And Penta with the reversal. And Penta hit another Tallulah bomb. He hits it yet again. And now he's about to put the final nail in the coffin. And he got him. He's setting him up. And he brings him down. Could this do it? 1, 2, 3. Penta picks up the victory here over Louis Kaiser. The distraction from El Grande Americano just wasn't enough to get the victory for Kaiser. As Penta standing tall here tonight. As we take a look back at this is what put the match away for Penta, getting him the victory here tonight.
Here is your winner, Penta!
Congratulations to Penta, picking up the massive victory here on Monday Night Raw. But last week, ladies and gentlemen, featuring Penta, last week we was in Rio Rancho, New Mexico last week. We saw Gunther take on Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Dragon Lee, Roxanne Perez, and the one and only CM Punk, as all these superstars came out last week and showed out for New Mexico. Everyone was so proud. But now as we move on, last week Penta and Dragon Lee went one-on-one, as Dragon Lee was the answer to the call to Pete Dunne to see who he can step up against at New Mexico. And Dragon Lee massively picks up that victory over Pete Dunne, leaving Pete Dunne once again at a fault of another loss. But now here he comes, as Pete Dunne now knows who he's up against here tonight, and that is the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Pete Dunne couldn't believe that he has to go up against Sheamus, but that's what it's going to be tonight, because he keep giving Adam Pearce hell about giving him the right opponent, but yet he keep losing every single time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Peter Thomas, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Could this finally be the victory for Pete Dunne that Pete Dunne needs? Can he get it here tonight? We about to see. I know Adam Pearce is growing so tired of this man. Keep storming his office after his losses. And here it comes, the Celtic Warrior, former DWC champion. And there he is, Sheamus, ready to give a banger after banger after banger.
And his opponent, from Dunfermline, Ireland, weighing at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Not to mention that going back to WrestleMania in Phoenix, Arizona in 2011, Sheamus defended his DWC championship against DWC Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. That was a very epic match between them two, as Sheamus have a lot of history here too in DWC, coming from us in the early years, but you seen Sheamus right there go straight in to that clothesline right there to Pete Dunne, wasting no time. And look at Sheamus. Sheamus is not playing with Pete Dunne here tonight. These two gentlemen was once a tag team. They were the Brawling Brutes. But look at Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne right there trying to go for a roll-up. But Sheamus counters that quickly and comes out of it. But look at Dunne right there with the stomps to the chest. This is why this man is called the Bruiserweight. He is not called that for a reason, because he dominates every single time. But it's not getting him the victory that he's needed, because he still always falls short whenever he feel like it's his time and his moment. And he keeps demanding these opponents, but he's not winning against them. So when does it stop for Pete Dunne going and asking for more challengers or more opponents? And look at Sheamus. Sheamus go right for him right there. And now he's got him up. He's got him up right here. And look at Sheamus. Sheamus holding him here. Sheamus got him locked in. And look at Dunne. Both these men down there trying to break the damn arms of each other. And look at Sheamus. Damn near almost just pulled the arm out of the socket of done. And now Sheamus is tossing Pete right here. What does Sheamus got in mind? And he just runs right into the, oh my God. And Pete Dunne. That's a massive blow right there to Sheamus. As he got Sheamus down right there. And now look at Sheamus. Sheamus is coming back on him here. Sheamus got him up and Sheamus scoops him down. Jesus Christ, did you just see that knee right to the side of the face? And no, that was a near fall right there. Not enough for Sheamus. But Sheamus is setting him up here. What does Sheamus got in mind? Oh, and he reversed that right there with a shoulder toss. And look at Dunne. Oh my God, he just, look. He just tried to pick Sheamus up. But Sheamus is just too strong for him. And look at Sheamus. And now look at both men. They're just trading blows to one another here. Now Sheamus right there. Oh my gosh. They're just taking the punches, the hits right to one another, the chops. And look at Sheamus. And look at Sheamus calling for yet another one. And Sheamus punches in right there. And look at him. And they're going at it. Both men are just trading those blows. But look at Pete Dunne. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. Could this be it right here? And no. Sheamus stays alive. And look at Dunne as he couldn't believe it. And now he's ready to bring him to his feet here. And Pete hits it right there. He gets it. Can he get the cover? Oh my gosh. Sheamus kicks out. No matter what Dunne does, Sheamus still finds a way to prevail. But he drop kicked Sheamus to the outside. And now he just roaring to the crowd here in Boston. Sheamus, he's tossing Sheamus back inside. And he's in. Oh, and a kick right there. It's Sheamus! Sheamus just hit the broom kick out of freaking nowhere. And look at Sheamus. Sheamus lays us on the rope, and he gets it. Oh, my God. Sheamus comes out of nowhere with a freaking broom kick. And he used the ropes as a leverage. And he defeated Pete Dunne here tonight. Pete Dunne cannot get the victory. He just can't.
Here is your winner, Sheamus! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. AJ, tonight, you have a huge match here tonight. A #1 contenders match to be exact. How are you feeling going into this big match here tonight?
You know what, Kathy? I'm not even nervous. I've been around this long enough. But tonight, I already know what's at stake. And there's a lot on the line. And I'm not shying away from that. But the only thing I know tonight is that the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, will walk away as the new #1 contender.
All right, AJ Styles, thank you for your time, and best of luck in your match tonight.
Well, still to come tonight for our main event, it's CM Punk versus AJ Styles. And the winner will challenge Drew McIntyre for that World Heavyweight Championship next week in the Garden. Who will prevail here tonight? Will it be CM Punk Will it be the best in the world? Or will it be the phenomenal one? These two in action here tonight is going to tear the house down. And Monday Night Raw continues on, but here comes the Bird Lady, the one and only Lyra Valkyria. It is time for women's tag team action.
The following is a tag team match and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra here tonight gets a team with her best friend Bayley as they are about to take on the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This is a non-title match that these women are about to head into here tonight. But Lyra Valkyria actually competed on the first premiere show of Monday Night Raw here on YouTube. And now she's back fully ready as she's ready to step back into the spotlight once again. And here comes her tag team partner, Bayley, and former #1 contender for that World Heavyweight Championship as she took on Rhea Ripley at Clash at the Castle for that championship. But now, it looked like she's going a little bit in the tag team division.
And her tag team partner, from San Jose, California,
Bayley and Lyra looking to make magic here tonight, here on Monday Night Raw. And it could be definitely something good to get a victory over the tag team champions. It can boost them some momentum here tonight if they can get that, if they can get the job done here tonight. As we know, the Judgment Day has been dominating the women's division tag team scene since winning those tag team championships. And now here they come, the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez winning those tag team championships back at Bash in Berlin, winning those tag team championships, and they have been dominating the scenes ever since.
and their opponents, they are the women's tag team champions, the team of Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, the Judgment Day!
Championships, and they're doing it really well since becoming tag team champions. But one thing I do know, there's a lot of hungry women, especially in the tag team division scene, that is looking to win those tag team championships, and they're all out for blood, and they all want an opportunity. And I feel like tonight that is what Bayley and Lyra Valkyria could possibly get, especially if they pick up a victory over these two right here that haven't been pinned since being the tag team champions. And here we go. This match is about to be officially underway. Liv Morgan and Lyra starting this thing off here right now as Bayley and Raquel looks on. And look at Liv. Liv is in control. And Liv Morgan right there with her clothesline taking down Valkyria. And she just hip tossed her right there. Got her locked in. Got her locked in the hold right there. Liv Morgan is in control. And Liv Morgan with the stomp right there to the abdomen. And now here it comes Raquel. First time in this match since the start. Raquel is about to just do damage here. And now what is she looking for? Raquel looking to set her up. And Raquel comes down. Shoulder first right there to Valkyria. as Valkyria almost caught the tag to Bayley, but Raquel caught her just in time before she made the tag. And now look at Raquel trying to work on the legs of Lyra. Working on the legs of her right there. And she just flips her off right there. Oh, and a step up insecurity. Lyra Valkyria, Bayley versus the Judgment Day here on Monday Night Raw when we come back.
The rules have changed over the years. Danger has remained the same. 10 competitors, 2 rings, 1 cage, no holds barred.
And we are continuing this tag team action here tonight as we still got Raquel and Lyra in this thing here. But now here comes Bayley as Bayley is tagged in. And Bayley goes straight to the clothesline right there to Raquel. But Raquel right there with a corkscrew right there to Bayley's knee. Seeing those corkscrews always just does something to me. Seeing a person's leg bending that way. Okay, Bayley is taking it right there to Rodriguez. And now she's going back for the tag. And now here comes Lyra. Lyra's back in this thing. And Lyra right there with a crossbody. And now she's bringing her back to her feet here. Uh-oh, she's got her up. And she drops her down right there. And now a cover. 2. And no. Lyra thought she had it, but it wasn't enough. Liv Morgan looking right on right there, trying to distract her. But now here comes Bayley, as Bayley is back in right here. And Bayley and Lyra goes in with a double team right there. Teamwork makes the dream work. Bayley and Lyra looking to maybe become women's tag team champions someday. And now Liv Morgan is back inside. She's back in the ring. Oh my God! And the double knees right there to Bayley. And now Bayley seems like she's in a hurt of trouble. And she comes down right there. And now look at Liv. Liv Morgan hits it once again to Bayley with the double knees. And Morgan's going up to the top. Morgan's going up. And she comes down right there with a missile drop kick.
That's a tag.
And now here comes Raquel. Raquel's back inside. This is the dominant force of the group right here. Raquel is the muscle. And now look at Bayley. Bayley's in the perfect spot right there. This actually works in the favor of Bayley. Bayley just got to gain the control back. Oh, and that's where there she go. Bayley gets it. And Bayley right there trying to fight her way. And what does Bayley looking for? Uh-oh. And Bayley running to her right there, right from the back. Coming on her down with the elbow right there. And now Bayley's going up top. Bayley's up top. Oh my God, she tried to come down, but Raquel left nobody home. Oh my God, you see the power of this woman right here. Raquel just exudes power and strength. And now look at her right here and just dropping her down right there, clipping Bayley right off her feet. And now she's bringing Morgan back to hers right there. And Bayley hits it. Bayley hits it. Could this be it? And no, Raquel. Raquel comes in for the save. And Bayley turns her attention right there to Rodriguez, but she is not the legal woman in. Bayley turns her focus back to Liv, but she tags in Lyra as Lyra steps back in to finish off the scraps. And now Lyra with a springboard, her Karana right there. And Morgan, here goes Morgan. She hits it once again. This is the third time that Lyra has felt that right there. Lyra still in it right there. Bayley trying to come in as she thought. That was the end right there. Liv Morgan with that backstabber right there. Looked like he's took everything right out of Morgan out of Valkyria right there. Oh, she tried to go for the Oblivion, but Valkyria reversed that right there. And the Northern Light suplex to Morgan. And Morgan goes for the tag. And now here comes Rodriguez. Oh, and Rodriguez got her up. And she hits it with the bomb. She hits that power bomb. And she just flattens it out right there. That's how you do it. The dominance continues between these two. Raquel and Liv Morgan is continually showing their dominance as women's tag team champions. They are not giving up easily. But this right here was one of the moments right there where Liv Morgan thought she had it. Giving Lyra Valkyria those double knees about at least 3 times. But this was the finish that Raquel came in and put her away. Dropping Valkyria right there on the back of her neck.
Here's your winners, the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day!
The women's tag team champions standing tall here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre. Drew, tonight, you will have a front row seat to see who's going to be your #1 contender next week in Madison Square Garden. Who are you looking forward to face, either Drew McIntyre or AJ Styles?
To be honest, Kathy, I really don't care. I don't care who my opponent is going to be next week. Whether it's CM Punk or whether it's AJ Styles. Because at the end of the day, the opponents always change, but the results always stays the same. And I will walk in as the World Heavyweight Champion, and I will walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion. I heard the boys earlier tonight calling me out. Well, just know that I will take a close eye and I will watch this match really closely to see which one will suffer the fate of the Claymore.
Well, Drew, you definitely showed a lot of charismatics in perspective and things. How are you feeling about what you're gonna see or hear tonight from between those two Wait, can we get a shot over there, please? Let's get a shot over there.
Wow, Roxanne and Natalya is still going at it. I guess Natalya just caught her off guard backstage from earlier tonight when she attacked her as them two were supposed to have a rubber match, but Roxanne Perez took her out from the knee. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, our main event. Who will get the massive opportunity later tonight? Who will go on next week to challenge Drew McIntyre for that World Heavyweight Championship? That match is still to come here tonight, here on Monday Night Raw. And now, here comes Mommy! Rhea Ripley is here to announce her Survivor Series War Games teammates here tonight. Rhea Ripley, the team captain of Team Ripley.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley has been decimating since winning that Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. But now as we push forward to the first ever Survivor Series War Games, Rhea Ripley is here to announce who will be joining her as part of Team Rhea at Survivor Series Vancouver. Rhea Ripley is so dominant. This woman has all the aura that you can see in a superstar. Rhea Ripley defeated the Queen Charlotte Flair to win that Women's World Championship. As your team captain, I get to announce my official team for Survivor Series War Games. And I am truly honored that I get to show everyone who that I decided that's going to be joining my team at Survivor Series. I have chosen 3 of the 3 biggest women here that DWC has to offer. My first pick, she is someone that is undeniable. And not only that, she is someone that we know that can take to the skies. So, ladies and gentlemen, my first pick for Team Rhea. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the genius of the sky. Y'all give it up, give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Io Sky. Io Sky joining Team Rhea at Survivor Series War Games. Io Sky is not called Io Sky for no reason, because we all know she's a daredevil and she is not afraid to take to the heights. And especially that War Games cage, that's a long way up and also a long way down. How can that be topped? Well, my next person, she is the EST of DWC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bianca Belair. Bianca joining Team Rhea at War Games. This team is definitely coming along as Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair so far, as we has one more to join the fray. Who will it be? Bianca Belair, first time ever to step inside of a War Games match ever in her career. All these women, but they are going to show up and they're going to show out. And now, the final person to join Team Rhea. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Stephanie Vaquer. Well, here she comes, Stephanie Vaquer. She is definitely a powerhouse. She is new to the brand, but she is definitely have the aura, and she has the star power. And she's going to be joining the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky inside of War Games. This is going to be important for all of these women because they are going to show the world why they are the best athletes in the freaking world. Now, Io, Bianca, and Stephanie. Let the War Games begin! Well, Rhea Ripley is standing her ground here tonight as the Women's World Champion as she put a star-studded lineup War Games team for War Games match as they will take on Team Nia, and we will hear who will be their opponents on Team Nia this Friday on SmackDown. Survivor Series, Sunday, November 30th, premiering on our official YouTube channel. That was amazing. Rhea Ripley definitely showing what it's all about, and she put that's a list right there. I can't wait to see this War Games match. But moving on to next week, ladies and gentlemen, in Madison Square Garden, Natalya and Roxanne is announced for a no-holds-barred match. That match will take place next week inside of the Garden as Roxanne and Natalya go at it again. Lyra and Bayley will get a Women's Tag Team Championship opportunity to settle the score against Liv Morgan and Raquel's The Judgment Days. Who will prevail in that match next week in the Garden? And now we know that Penta is going to go one-on-one once again against El Grande Americano, as Americano got involved in Penta and Ludwig's match earlier tonight. So Penta got a score to settle with Americano, and that will be next week, live from New York City. There it is, downtown New York. That is Madison Square Garden. That is the most famous arena in the world. New York City will be the home of Monday Night Raw next week. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss it, because Monday Night Raw is going to be jacked and it's going to be stacked from Madison Square Garden. And here we go. It is now time for the main event. It is titled Opportunity Time. Right now, who would it be? AJ Styles or CM Punk?
The following contest is a #1 contenders match, where the winner will challenge Drew McIntyre next week for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing at 220 pounds, he is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. It's been years since AJ Styles held a major world championship. And tonight, AJ Styles is getting hungry. He's getting ready, and he's ready to get this opportunity to go up for that championship against Drew McIntyre. But also, on the other hand, of CM Punk. CM Punk is hungry too. It's been over 10 years since we saw CM Punk. The last time we saw CM Punk was WWE 2K14, and now we are here on WWE 2K25. 10 years later, and CM Punk is back, and he's back with a vengeance. And here he comes, the best in the world to ever do it, as CM Punk is going into his first match back since returning back at SummerSlam. First time CM Punk is in action here tonight, here in Boston.
And his opponent, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
CM Punk, a multiple-time DWC champion in his own right, defending that world championship not only against John Cena, the one and only John Cena in Atlanta, at WrestleMania 5, when these two, John Cena and CM Punk, competed for the DWC Championship at WrestleMania 5 back in 2011. And look at CM Punk. He's ready. He's not playing here tonight. No one can take his shine away, because CM Punk said tonight will be all about him, the best in the world to ever do the thing. And here we go. This match is officially underway. CM Punk, AJ Styles, for the huge opportunity on the line to go for that World Heavyweight Championship. As we know, Drew McIntyre is definitely watching backstage as he's looking closely on this match. But look at CM Punk with a bear hug right there to AJ, and AJ Styles counters that right there. AJ Styles got that headlock, right there. And CM Punk fights back. CM Punk fights back here. And he's got him. And look at CM Punk. And look at Styles. Styles is holding it. He's holding it right there. And AJ Styles goes down right there with CM Punk with a drop kick. And look at CM Punk. He's in a dangerous situation as CM Punk right there gets powerbombed by Styles. Both these men locking up here. They're locking up. And look at CM Punk. CM Punk trying to fight his way out, but look. Both respect to both these men, but look at CM Punk. CM Punk is now back in the bad seat right here as AJ Styles is staying in control. Not letting CM Punk in right there. Backing him up. Backing Styles up right there. And look. And AJ Styles, oh my God, AJ Styles trying to come down with a phenomenal arm from the top rope, but it just wasn't enough. Oh, and a power. You just saw that right there, a power driver taking down CM Punk. CM Punk counters that right there. And look at him, working on the neck right there with a modified neck breaker as Styles rolls on the outside to gain his momentum back. And that definitely did it for him right there. And a suplex taking down CM Punk. And now look at him, just trying to get Punk back up to his feet here. And he, oh my God, and he missed it yet again. AJ Styles is not measuring his length right there. And now CM Punk takes down Styles, and here goes for a cover. 2, and no, Styles is still in this thing here. And now look at CM Punk. CM Punk working on the arm, working on the neck right there of AJ Styles. And now CM Punk is up top. And he comes down with a jackhammer right there to CM to AJ Styles. And now he's dragging Styles right there into the middle of the ring. Oh, and CM Punk got it in. He has the Intercom device locked in. Could this be it? But look at Styles. Styles fighting out of it right there. And CM Punk right there, running right into the face of Styles. Oh, and AJ Styles right there comes back on him. And Styles, AJ Styles right there with a German suplex taking down CM Punk. And now he's bringing Punk back to his feet. And CM Punk just measures it perfectly and just takes down AJ Styles right there. And now he's going in for that quick cover here. Could this be it? And no. Styles still in this thing here. And now look at CM Punk. CM Punk goes in for yet another Anaconda device. Both men locked up here. And he comes down right there with another suplex, another neck breaker right there. CM Punk right there struggling to get back to his feet, sliding under the ring, but he's back up right here. And AJ Styles right there as he just takes him down. And now look at him right here. And AJ Styles got him right there. And a face plant right there to the outside. CM Punk is getting back to his feet here. but he just stuck in a daze. And AJ Styles with a phenomenal form from outside to the ringside area right there. He did it from inside of the ring. AJ Styles is now going up to the top here. He is just flying all over the place here tonight. And he comes down yet again with another one. AJ Styles is just getting the best of CM Punk here tonight. And he's going in for this. Got him locked in right there. Got that leg locked in. But AJ Styles knows he can't get the submission out there. The pinfalls or submission cannot happen on the outside. So they must get back to the inside. CM Punk is back in. And CM Punk is just waiting for Styles. Well, this match going to continue, guys. CM Punk, AJ Styles, one-on-one, #1 contenders match. Who will prevail when we come back live here on YouTube?
The rules have changed over the years. Danger has remained the same. 10 competitors, 2 rings, 1 cage, no holds barred.
And Monday Night Raw is back live as we got CM Punk and AJ Styles clashing to get that #1 contenders opportunity to Drew McIntyre next week for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk is taking control in this match here tonight. Look at them, both of them are locked up right here. Both of them are locked up right there. Oh my God, and AJ Styles goes straight in for the cheap shot right there. And AJ right there, AJ Styles comes down. And now CM Punk is going up. CM Punk comes down with a missile drop kick right there to AJ Styles. And now look at him, he's ready to put AJ Styles away with the go to sleep. But look like he's going for something different. And he goes from there, he misses it. Riley right there. Both these gentlemen locked up here. And CM Punk, once again, with a bear hug. We saw this earlier in the match. And now CM Punk is now stuck in a position right there as AJ Styles got the hold in on Punk right there. And now CM Punk reverses it with the quickness. CM Punk is not playing here. CM Punk wants this match. He needs this match. He takes this match. He wants to get this match because he said it's been too long since he held a World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk been going for almost 10 years. So you know this man is hungry as possible as he can be. And AJ Styles. To get this opportunity here tonight. AJ Styles is bringing CM Punk back to his feet here. And now he's got him up right there with a German suplex right there. Just dropping Punk right on his neck. And he came down right there. And look, oh. And CM Punk gotta stay on him right there because Styles is coming. He's coming. He's moving quick. And now he's going for a cover here. And nope, that wasn't it right there. AJ Styles thought he had it, but it wasn't enough to put away CM Punk. And he drop kicks him right there. Uh-oh, and with his Styles been working on that leg of CM Punk all throughout this match, as he's trying to put a hurt to the knee right there of CM Punk. And now AJ Styles going up top. AJ Styles is up. And AJ tried to come down with a phenomenal arm, but CM Punk left nobody home with that right there. And CM Punk is going up top. And CM Punk comes down with a hurricanrana from the top rope. And now Punk is going back up to the top. And he comes down with a splash. But AJ Styles, oh my God, and AJ Styles hits it right there. And now he's going for a cover. And no, that was a near fall. AJ Styles clothesline, Punk on the outside. Styles working back on the feet, working back on the legs of CM Punk. Like I said, he was working on those legs of CM Punk all throughout this match, trying to put a hurt on Punk. Look. He's working on it again. He's working on it again here. CM Punk has got to be feeling some type of pain from all this from AJ Styles, trying to cripple him here. And look at it. He's got the Anaconda Vice locked in on AJ. But it can't count on the outside. It gotta be back on the inside. And he just tosses CM Punk across the ringside area. And AJ Styles clash. The Styles clash. Could he be the new #1 contender? Oh my gosh. CM Punk kicks out of that right there. He stays in this thing. And another one. And a second Styles clash. Could he get it this time? It's over. And no! CM Punk kicks out of 2 Styles clashes. In a German suplex, taking down Punk. And now he's going up top here. And he comes down right there with a phenomenal elbow right there. And now Styles isn't hurt. It's AJ Styles gets the GTS right there. 2. And no, that was a near fall. CM Punk thought he had it, but he looked like he's trying to get him once more. And CM Punk, he's going in for the second charm. And he gets the full GTS. Could this be it? CM Punk is going to Madison Square Garden. He gets the victory. Let's take a look back at how CM Punk won this opportunity over AJ Styles right here. AJ Styles was up as he was in the world of trouble for not once, but twice. This right here, CM Punk comes down with a second GTS on AJ Styles, putting him away, winning this match here tonight.
Here is your winner and the #1 contender, CM Punk!
Wait, Here he comes McIntyre. Drew McIntyre said he was watching, and he was watching closely, but now he's about to come face to face with his official #1 contender, CM Punk. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk has officially got a date set for next week for Madison Square Garden for that World Heavyweight Championship. Who will prevail within that match between these two gentlemen? Can CM Punk finally win the gold back after 10 years? Or will Drew McIntyre remain the World Heavyweight Champion once again? McIntyre's here to step to CM Punk. Drew McIntyre, he is a killer, and you don't want to cross him because this is what you would get. You see it right there, both these men face to face. This is going to be it right here. But ladies and gentlemen, the stage is officially set because next week in Madison Square Garden, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre will go head to head for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match will be the headline of the show next week. CM Punk earns his first title match in over 10 years, and he goes against Drew McIntyre. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on Monday Night Raw. See y'all next week from Madison Square Garden.